There are RPGs, and then there are JRPGs.
You betcha!
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Japanese role-playing games of all time.
I dreamt about you.
For this list, we are only considering games that were given an official English localization release. While the games in question do not have to be turn-based, they have to feature the genre staples like experience points and multiple characters.
I understand.
So, games like Monster Hunter are unfortunately out. Tactical strategy RPGs like Fire Emblem are also excluded. And our usual rule of one game per franchise still stands.
No! Nuh-uh! No way!
Number 10, Secret of Mana. The second Mana game to arrive in North America, if you count Final Fantasy Adventure on the Game Boy. Here we follow our unnamed hero as he discovers the legendary weapon, the Mana Sword. Your ultimate goal is to use the sword to destroy what is known as the Mana Fortress, a flying warship once controlled by an ancient civilization. The title was revolutionary for its time, allowing up to 3 players to operate each one of the main characters simultaneously, and for its wheel system, which made casting spells a breeze. Number 9, Suikoden 2. Our next entry is another classic in the JRPG catalog, Suikoden 2. Known for its multi-branching story, the player controls Ryu, our young hero who gets swept up into a multi-nation war, you know, like we all do from time to time. The gameplay will keep you on your toes, as it switches quite often between skirmishes with up to 6 characters to full-on army assaults. We recommend you play this game with a guide, as you may not get the real ending if you haven't collected all 108 characters, and that's a feat all by itself. Go ahead, we dare you to try. Number 8, Earthbound. Released in Japan with the less appealing title, Mother 2, we follow the story of Ness and his 4 friends as they attempt to stop the alien Gygus from destroying the world. How do you ask? By using a collection of melodies, of course. Contrary to this, one of the main creators of the game, writer Shigesato Itoi, considered Earthbound a satirical statement about Western culture, as well as of common RPG tropes, as evidenced by the seemingly mundane characters that serve as enemies. As you may have guessed, Earthbound went on to sell poorly in the United States, but is remembered as a cult classic. Number 7, Shin Megami Tensei, Persona 4.
Oh my god!
The newest game to make our top 10, Shin Megami Tensei Persona 4 breathed new life into a genre that was mainly ruled by the Final Fantasy franchise.
Everyone, on guard!
Persona 4 is essentially 2 games in one, as when you're in the real world of Inaba, the game functions as a life simulator, allowing you to live out your day as you wish. When you enter the TV world, you use each character's persona, essentially a mask the character wears to deal with the hardships in their lives, to gain experience and levels. The game attempts to blend RPG and simulation elements together, and largely succeeds.
Such a passionate approach.
Number 6, Kingdom Hearts. This is what happens when Disney and Final Fantasy are mashed together.
Let's go get him!
Taking control of the young boy Sora, the player visits various Disney worlds like Agrabah from Aladdin and the Deep Jungle from Tarzan to defeat the Heartless, which serve as the main force of darkness in the game.
When the Heartless came, everything changed.
Although only the most devoted fans can follow its convoluted storyline beyond its multiple spin-offs on different consoles.
Did you get that?
No!
The original is still a shining example of an action RPG done right. Number 5, Xenogears. While Xenoblade Chronicles was another critically acclaimed entry in the series, Xenogears just barely edges it out in terms of legendary status. In Xenogears, you take control of protagonist Fei Fong Wong as he tries to uncover the truth behind the mysterious machines that exist in his world. The game serves as an analysis of humanity's relationship with machines, mainly due to the existence of gears. Gears are various machines that any character the player controls can operate. Much like one of our earlier entries, Xenogears uses two different systems for battle: a traditional turn-based format and a giant robot battle when you're operating a gear. Number 4, Dragon Quest VIII, Journey of the Cursed King.
Yes! Yes! Here we are.
In Dragon Quest VIII, the player controls a silent protagonist and his allies in their battle against Dal Magus, a court jester who obtained a magic scepter containing, you'll never guess, the Lord of Darkness, which he's trying to use to take over the kingdom.
Oh, no, no, no!
The 8th iteration of the Dragon Warrior franchise, Dragon Quest uses a mixture of 3D animation and cell shading technology, a style that was underrepresented in the JRPG genre.
I am fine as I am.
To top it off, the battle system was improved from the previous titles to include first-person and third-person viewpoints, seamlessly switching with ease. Western world, meet Dragon Quest, not Dragon Warrior.
Well, they certainly took us by surprise, but nothing we couldn't handle, eh?
Number 3, Pokemon Gold, Silver, Crystal. You gotta catch them all, and a lot of people did. The second major installment in the Pokemon franchise, Gold and Silver added 100 new Pokemon to an already expansive list. This time around, there are 16 gyms to take on, spread across 2 separate regions. You can collect Pokemon the traditional way by catching them in the wild, trading them with other players, or by using the newly introduced breeding system. It also added a time system to the series, which is integral to the appearance of a few rare Pokemon. Can you be the one to capture the legendary Pokemon? Probably. Number 2, Final Fantasy VI. This genre is loaded with Final Fantasy, so the only question is, which one would we pick? For more on this difficult decision, please check out our top 10 Final Fantasy games list. Anyway, in Final Fantasy VI's steampunk-inspired main story, you take control of up to 14 playable characters in a rebellion against the Empire, and their Magitech Knights, most notably Kefka. Kefka is the driving force behind the end of the world, and serves as one of the greatest antagonists gaming has ever seen. While battle-wise, the game doesn't bring anything new to the table, it's peerless in terms of its story. Before we reveal our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Number 1, Chrono Trigger. No other game has done JRPGs and time travel more justice than this 16-bit masterpiece. From its rather simplistic beginnings to save a princess lost in time, the game quickly evolves into something much, much bigger. In the future, humanity is clinging to life on a dying world, thanks to a being known as Lavos who has devastated the planet. Chrono Trigger's story is compelling without being overly complex, just like its combat system. On top of it all, there are multiple endings to give you more reasons to relive this fantastic journey. Chrono Trigger just isn't the best JRPG, it's one of the best games ever made. Do you, by any chance, agree with our list?
He wishes.
Which JRPG do you love? For more intensive top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Don't steep yourself in darkness too long. The heartless consume